What we've come to quickly realize through TGC is that most people don't like emails, most people don't check their emails, and most people don't even know how to get into their junk mail. So what we're gonna do, we're not gonna can email newsletters, but we're gonna have a more interactive session. We will eventually do something like this live. So what this is we get asked questions throughout the week, sometimes even at events. This could be through the emails, it could be through text messages, it could be through anything. We get asked these common questions, and what we're finding is we are starting to get the same question over and over. As we're growing, and we're growing at a rapid rate, the same questions are getting asked. So what I'd like to do is start documenting the answers to these questions and have you watching this one-on-one. And this way, I think it'll give you some better insight. We can constantly update these answers, and everybody will be across what other people are thinking and what other people are asking. So we'll kick into this, and I might start doing this every week. I think it'll be good for everybody who's involved. It's just a simple Q&A, and I think if we get to the point where there's that many questions coming through, we might even just do a weekly one where I jump on live, could be for 15 minutes, ask your questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. So one of the questions we got asked last week was, are rangefinders allowed for use? Now, specifically for this question, the person asked if you could have one with slope rating. So as we know, the official rules of golf, you're not allowed to use the slope rating or the slope features in tournament play. We're not tour players. As much as we try and play to the rules of golf, I think there are certain things where you sort of, I don't want to say turn a blind eye to, like, yes, okay, it's sort of against the rules and whatnot, but we're not tour players. And, none of us are spending that much time gathering the information on our distances. And if you are, you've got too much time in your hands. But for the answer that I gave to this person was, look, officially, you're not supposed to have slope turned on. It is a tournament. When we're playing competition golf, you're not supposed to have the slope turned on. Now, we're not policing it. And I'd be very surprised if there's many clubs out there that are actually actively policing it. So we don't police it. So we do allow it, but we don't, if you know what I mean. If a playing partner calls you out on it, you will have to meet whatever consequence you get from the rules and what they state. Now, what I would suggest is that if you are playing match play, definitely don't use slope. You don't want to be losing a hole because your partner's like, hey, can I just quickly check your rangefinder? And then you've got slope turned on. So my suggestion would be, if you're playing comp golf, look, I've got no problem with it personally. I'm not talking from a club perspective, but personally, I've got no problem with it. I think it increases the pace of play. I think it helps people get a better gauge of what actual distance they have to hit, and it'll keep them moving. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. So officially, you're not allowed to use it, but unofficially, don't get caught. Right, next one was bunker raking. Now this one came up after our event at Mount Lawley. So a couple of players had found that they'd got into some bunkers, and this was after TGC groups had gone through, and there were footprint marks all throughout them. I have to remind everybody that it is the player's responsibility to rake up after themselves. Now, when I say rake up after yourselves, I don't mean just rake up where you hit your shot and leave it. You have to rake up your foot marks. So footprints, should I say. So where you've left footprints, and if you see other footprints inside the bunker, rake them up as well. And a really cool tip to remember too, don't rake towards you, rake away. You want to be trying to push the sand back into the bunker. Keep as much sand in there as possible. It looks much neater, keeps it fluffier, makes it easier for people to get out should they get into a penalty trap like that. So yeah, player's responsibility. It is your responsibility to rake up after yourself in a bunker. Why can't I choose my tee time? We had this one probably about 2 months ago. So you can't choose your tee time for most events because we need to be able to control pace of play. Now, we do that by ensuring that we group certain handicap levels together, and then we get what's called the group index, and we have a look at that. So if we've got a bunch of low markers playing together, we'll typically put them towards the front because we know that they'll be able to keep the pace of play up. And what we always say is look at the group ahead, not the group behind. So you want to be always keeping up with the group in front of you. If you do that, you're always going to be on pace. Don't worry about what the group behind you is doing because they're only trying to keep up with you. So it's always important, keep up with the group in front. You'll be on the pace of play every time. So for that reason, we don't allow people to choose their tee times. When we start to get to bigger events with more players and that stretch, we might be, first group might be teeing off at 9, last group might be teeing off at 10:30, 11. We may start allocating some options to choose your tee time. But at the moment, there is no option for selecting tee times. Sorry about that. It's all about pace of play. We want to keep everyone happy. What have we got here? Daily competitions. This one we get asked quite a bit, and this comes through the emails. This comes through new members that are looking for a club to join. They're asking if we do daily comps. Now, we do daily competitions through social scoring, but they aren't independently set up of each other. It's hard to explain. You can play anywhere that you want, on any course, with anyone that you like, as long as they can verify your score. With that, you can submit those scores towards your handicap. Now, that's Australia-wide. You can play Australia-wide, any course, anytime. They're not events where there's 20 people playing the same event. They're not events where there's someone that'll be there for a registration to make sure that you got your GGID, all the rest of it. It's just go to the course, play, log into the app, register your score. We're toying with the idea of giving some, how do I put it? Giving some responsibility to members. Now, if there's members out there who think, look, I play, let's just say Collier. I play Collier every second week on a Friday. If you are happy to look after, say, 14 to 16 players on a Friday and manage a competition, like a daily competition, we'll be happy to set that up. But we need the feedback from you. We need to know that there will be someone that be willing to put their hand up to go, look, every fortnight, I'll be at Collier, 10 o'clock, and I'm happy to look after 20 players. We will reward you accordingly. It could be a free membership for the year. It could be just pay your green fee and don't pay the comp fee. But it's something we're looking into, and we're open to suggestions on it. So if you've got any ideas surrounding that, it looks like people are wanting us to move into the daily competition side. We don't want to step on any toes, but at the same time, we want to keep our members happy. So if it's something that you like, if it's something that you think, hey, I want to get involved with TGC and a little bit more of the management of the competitions, by all means, get in touch and I'll be happy to give you some responsibility. Any course, actually, and this is Australia-wide. If you're watching this nationwide, we're open to anyone. And anyone that wants to run an event for their state, give us a call, give us an email, get in contact. All right, Golf Genius, MiScore, GA, GolfLink, we get so many questions around all this. Probably the most common one that we get is, why do we have MiScore but we don't use it? We occasionally use MiScore. MiScore is great. The app's great, let's be honest. The Golf Genius one is a little bit clunky, but Golf Genius on the back end gives us so much more control as far as leaderboards go, orders of merit, giving our team points. We've just got a little bit more flexibility on that side. So we can't really use MiScore for that. MiScore is great for tournament play and like set up an event and run it, no problem. But as far as like overall season events and that sort of stuff, we just didn't find it did what we wanted it to do. So it might do it in the future. We may move there, but at the moment we are using Golf Genius pretty much on its own. MiScore, yeah, we do have it, but we pick and choose which events we use it for. It's really not cost effective to use both. So we do lean more heavily on Golf Genius than we do MiScore. But yeah, watch this space. Things might change. We'll just see how it all goes. We've got a membership price rise coming August 1st. Now, members, don't panic. This is not going to be for you. If you're already a member with us, your price is locked in for life. It's part of what we do to reward the loyalty for your commitment to us and supporting us. The membership means a lot, and it goes a long way, because a lot of our systems, Golf Genius, the website, all of that, it costs a lot of money to run and operate. So it means a lot to keep your membership. So we're trying to reward loyalty and trying to give you something back by going, look, if you join us, you stay on that price forever. We'll never increase it. So from August 1st, it's new memberships only that will be getting the increase. The platinum price will be $349, gold's going up to $229, and social's going up to $169. So current members, don't panic, but if you've got friends who have been sitting on the fence and haven't made the decision to join just yet, now's the time. From 1st of August, the prices will go up. Finally, we've got Ryder Cup. Ryder Cup is just around the corner. I'm currently working on the uniforms for both teams. I'm going to have those all locked away by the end of the week. You will see an announcement on our social pages I'm going to do like a video reveal of what the lineups are. All the lineups have been locked in. So captain from the USA, James Day, and captain of Europe, Jimmy Walters, have both got together. They've sorted out the matchups. It's going to be epic. Just wait until Friday to see them. There's some big matches that are going to be lining up, and I can't wait. Ryder Cup, amazing event, amazing event. Next year, we'll make it bigger. This year's event sold out really quickly. We just didn't expect it, but next year, we're going to make it huge. I think we're going to make this some kind of staple event in WA, because honestly, it's that great. All right, guys, that's enough. I've taken up enough of your time. If you've got questions that you want us to answer, fire them through the emails, get in the comments in here. Just get in contact with us in any way that you know, and we'll be happy to answer them. I'll talk about these live, and I think this is so much better. No one reads an email. We see it. The analytics tell us you don't like emails. We get it. So we'll do videos, and I don't mind doing them. I like having some fun. All right, guys, thanks very much. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.